Happy New Year. Welcome to another great year, 2025. To God be the glory. Let's jump right into it. Summer from Las Vegas says, Dr. Muhammad, I don't agree with your assessment about masturbation. My bullet is all I need. My bullet is all I need. Sister Summer, we're going to talk about the microwave versus the oven. You can throw that food in the microwave. It's going to cook fast. It's going to be good. You can lose a lot of the nutrients. But it's going to be quick. You're going to get what you need. But when you put that food in the oven, the caring that's provided for that food, it heats on all sides of it. It processes itself. It has to warm up properly. The oven does. It has to cool off properly. But it cooks from the inside out. You get what I'm saying? Like with intimacy, there's something that a bullet can't give you. And that's intimacy, that affection that only a man can provide for you. Or a woman, if that's what you're into. But I'm taking for granted talking about a man. But take your time and it's like, you know what? Let me assess this thing. Is it about the orgasm? Is it about the nut? Or is it about the fulfillment of another person? And this is why I don't recommend people who it's not a good thing when you masturbate excessively. Again, men, no masturbation at all, period. Unless you're with your girl, or you on a video call with her, you're doing your thing. No magazines, no porn, none of that. You can watch it, but not to release it. I'm gonna do a whole video real soon about how much it works against you as a man to be masturbating, from a physiological and a psychological standpoint. But going back to you, Sister Summer, put that thing in the oven, baby. You know what I'm saying? Wait for that man. If you got a man, let him soothe you. Let him take care of you. That bullet, again, it's the microwave. You get it quick and fast, but it doesn't give you that full body experience that only a man can give you. And maybe you haven't had the right man to touch you or to tap into your essence, but there's nothing greater than a man and a woman coming together, creating what I call perfect harmony. And like Marvin Gaye says, when I get that feeling, I want sexual healing. But again, Sister Summer, just take my advice, if you will. And, if you're masturbating a lot, again, no man can compete with a bullet. As far as, again, it's a microwave. No man can, But the overall experience, for him to hug you, for him to kiss on you, for him to rub on you, for him to lay next to you, for him to tell you he loved you, how much he feels, how he cares about you, a bullet can't give you that. So process that. Sister Carrie out of Queens, New York. I'm in an abusive relationship. How do I get out of it? First of all, sister, my heart goes out to you. And that's a tough one. Because it's easy to say just to walk away. But that Stockholm syndrome is real. People get attached to their abusers all the time, and your self-worth feel like it's walked out the door. But don't let that man control you in that manner, sister. First of all, you have to take accountability in saying what you are allowing to happen. What I mean by that is you have to have the know-it-all, the strength to say, I can walk away. And you have to do it. Just get up and just leave. And let's just say if it's physical abuse. No man should hit a woman. And no woman should verbally abuse a man or physically abuse. And no man should verbally abuse. Verbal abuse and physical abuse, in my words, the same thing, people. A lot of times being like, well, I've had women say, well, I said blah, 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 and he put his hands on me. Don't you put your hands on me, but don't you put your mouth on him. Don't slap a man with your words. Don't slap a woman with your words. Don't physically slap a person with your hand. Don't physically slap your mate or punch him or kick him. No, that's not what we do. We love each other, and if we can't communicate, we're not on the same page, and I feel like I put my hands on you, I need to walk away. Personal disclosure, grew up in a family where my dad was very abusive to my mom. My dad was an amazing dude, but he had an addiction. He was a heroin addict, functional drug addict, went to work every day. He had his problems, fell victim, to heroin. And up until my brother and I, may he rest in peace as well, got old enough, we confronted our dad one day, came home from work. It's like, if you hit our mom again, either you're going to die or we're going to die. And he never hit my mom again. Now, looking back at it, My mom had a lot of mouth. She said a lot of things that was inappropriate. And that set my dad off. My dad was a quiet little, peaceful little Gemini guy who didn't say much, but my mom knew how to push those buttons. Ladies, I'm not saying this is your case, Sister Carrie. Ladies, stop pushing these buttons. Stop with all this in a man's face. You want to get in his face and yap, 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 and curse him out, belittle him. Had a client last week who called her man a B as N-N-N, N-I-G-G-A. No, we don't do that. No, because then if he punch you, he's wrong. Well, you wrong too. You wrong. You the action that caused the reaction. Ladies, hear me out. Don't verbally abuse your man. Because again, there's repercussions for that. For one, you wouldn't want nobody doing that to your daughter, to your son. Men, if you feel like you got to hit her, walk away from her. Don't hit her because you're going to jail, partner. You're going to jail. I don't understand our law, the system that we have. You can't physically abuse someone, but you can verbally abuse someone. Yeah, that doesn't make any sense. Because psychological abuse is just as worse, if not worse, than physical abuse. You know, when I was a kid in 8th grade, my mom, a teacher called me one day to her desk, like, I'm calling your mom and your dad coming to the school. And I lost it. I got in my feelings, started crying. Please don't call my mama. And she sent me to the principal's office, to the counselor's office. She said, "Counselor, are you being abused at home?" "No, ma'am. But when I get home, my mama gonna talk to me. She's gonna talk to me for hours about how disappointed she is. And, you know, mom and dad, you know, we providing a roof over your head and we feed you and how you disappoint us." I really got a spanking. I got 2 spankings in my life, but I got talked to 100 times. And I wish I ever got the spankings instead because, oh gosh, my mom will make me feel so bad. But my point in that is, people, don't say things out of your mouth to hurt people. And I understand what you've been taught. Remember, happy people help people. Hurt people hurt people. Happy people help people. Hurt people hurt people. You gotta find the happiness inside. If you're feeling some way about yourself and you feel like you gotta say, walk away. Don't just say stuff out of your mouth that's purposely hurt somebody or assassinate their character because you and your feelings about something. That stuff hurts. Don't do that to people. You know, if you got something you want, you know, my gift and my curse is I'm a very peaceful, respectful person. I don't argue. My ex-wife or was wife, she would tell you, like, you don't fuss and fight. I don't. If I have a disagreement, I'll tell you how I feel. I will say it in a very strong tone so you understand it. Because I'm a lion. And when I roar. But I'm not about to hit you. I'm not about to scream at you. I'm going to tell you how I feel now that you get your together. Well, this ain't going to work out. People, communication is, effective communication is so sexy. The sexiest sex organ is the ears. What people say to you is the start and the beginning, and the ending, and the middle of intimacy, of romance, of companionship. And it's a beautiful thing, but don't just be saying stuff out of your mouth because you want to hurt somebody because you're feeling bad about, you traumatized about something. It got nothing to do with me. And that's a whole nother segment about trauma. If you've been traumatized as a child or a young person and you still carrying that, remember the rule of thumb. You can't grow if you don't let go. You can't grow if you don't let go. People understand that. That's real. Last question. Purcell out of San Antonio. I feel like my wife is in constant competition with me. Everything she does is like, I bet I can beat you, or I'm better than you. How can I fix this? Help your wife to understand that you're her complement, not her competition. And when you feel like she's in competition, sit back and let her win. Let her enjoy that victory. Say how you feel about that, baby. You know, you feel good? Hey, it's all about you feeling good. Let her understand, like, I'm not going back and forth with you. I'm not about to be competing against you. This is, you know, because again, ladies and gentlemen, couples, dynamic couples, amazing couples, we are left foot, right foot. We complement each other. One walks ahead of the other, and the other walks ahead of the other. We keep going. We need that balance. Left foot, right foot, left foot, right foot. And remember, when it comes to that competition, friendly competition is fine. I like it. But we're not going to, a friend of mine was saying she was at a spades, went to a friend's house for a spades games and a game one night, and the wife was just emasculating the husband, going off on him and on the spades game. No, we don't do that. You know, and just with, she was so competitive, she didn't want to lose. It's a damn spades game. I understand, like, I got cards tattooed on my arm, like I'm a spades player. Like, I'm not a, you got a difference between somebody being a card player and somebody playing cards. I'm a card player. I get into the psychology of the game. But it's a damn game. So people don't, again, friendly competition is fine. But remember, we're a compliment to one another, baby. You're my Michelle, I'm your Obama. Let's walk this thing. You're my Peaches, I'm your Herb. For those of us that old enough to understand what Peaches and Herb is, a dynamic duet singing couple. But people, hope you got the message today. Continue to inbox me your messages, your questions. I'll continue to answer them 2 or 3 times a week. And as always, people, peace,